Welcome to the real reset, a real rooted reset. Because here's the thing I didn't expect when I was overseeing nutrition and weight loss programs for over 5,000 employees in corporate wellness. More people went off track in July than they did in December. That means summer was trickier than the holidays. Now, left unexplained, this confusion, it doesn't stay neutral. It actually, I think it curdles shame, or the shame just like digs into these same deeper grooves year after year where we think we have no willpower. Why can't we break this cycle? Now, I'm a mom of two boys who treat summer like it's a whole personality. And honestly, I love to join in on the fun. So, late nights, ice cream runs, the chaos that's so good for my spirit, but honestly hard on the body. And I think both things are true. And so, if you're coming out of a similar season, here's why I think we need to come out of these seasons with gratitude and curiosity rather than shame and dread. If you're like me, you come out of a season like summer and feel this like heaviness in our body. We feel that our body hasn't been taken care of. We pushed it. We've enjoyed maybe too much, and we want something to reset. And I think we're naturally inclined to go to hard resets, detox, restriction, white knuckling it. But here's what's changed for me and what I hope changes for you. If we stop chasing resets and we start building rhythms, the reset ends, the rhythm returns. One is a sprint that gives instant relief, but it fails within a few days. The other is this relationship that you keep coming back to, and one that actually fits your life and it lasts. It's rooted. So here's what we have in store for you. We've got weekly podcasts dropping every Monday this month, all building up to a live masterclass on September 2nd. I cannot wait to see you there because we are going to be building up to that September 2nd class together, redefining reset, and then talking about tools that build rhythms that last. Of course, I've got weekly recipes, menu ideas, tips, giveaways, and more. So make sure you are plugged in to the Real Reset by joining today. All the information can be found in the show notes. As for today, I am so excited because I have my favorite co-host, my very own husband. And the reason why I invited him is because he truly is the yin to my yang. I have an extreme personality. He has a stable personality. I like adventure and sparkly things. He brings me back to rooted rhythms. And so I thought no one better to come on here and talk about rooted rhythms and discipline than my very own husband, Patrick Brown. Welcome to the Fuel Her Awesome podcast. As we come off of a busy summer and step into a new season, I think we're all looking for a little reset. But what if this was the moment you actually broke the all or nothing cycle? Imagine waking up with energy regardless of the season you're in and feeling not just comfortable, but confident in your body, confident enough to wear the outfit and finally understand how to balance taking care of yourself so it isn't selfish, but it actually allows you to fully show up for the people that you love. That is exactly why I created this podcast, The Real Reset. Together, we'll unpack why what used to work isn't working anymore, the biggest lies we've been told about weight loss, nutrition, and hormones, and how your body has been communicating to you all along. Because, my friend, your body isn't broken, it just has a story to tell. You'll find new podcast episodes dropping every week this month, but that's just the beginning. Together, we're creating a reset that goes beyond the all or nothing approach, a rooted reset built to last even through the holidays. You'll find that here in the series through the resources sent to your inbox and in our live Real Reset Masterclass happening on September 2nd. Be sure you're following along and get all the resources sent straight to your inbox by joining the reset. You'll find the link to join in the show notes. Because, my friend, it's time to reconnect, restore, and reclaim. Your real reset starts now. Babe, thanks so much for coming back on the podcast.
Sure. Thanks for having me back.
I love you.
Love you too.
We did this, 6 months ago?
I think it's longer than that.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, the reason...
It's probably close to a year.
No, we did it at the beginning of January.
I don't know.
Okay, well, anyways.
It's irrelevant.
Anyways, when we did it, I had so many listeners quote some of the things you said, and it got me thinking because, I have a brain that works a certain way. You have a brain that works a certain way. And we really are yin and yang coming together. Mm-hmm. And I think so much of what I have come to believe about food and the peace I feel with my body is because of you and a lot of the ways you've taught my brain to think. So I'm so excited you're here. We are talking about how to reset from a rooted perspective. We're going to dive into that. But before we do, we have to say thank you. A shout out to Frontier Roofing.
Frontier Roofing. Yeah.
They have sponsored our whole weekend and our podcast. So if you're looking for a new roof in New Mexico, Colorado, or Texas, they are your people. If you're outside of that territory, I know the owners and they're very adventurous. So give them a call anyways. You never know what kind of stuff.
We're at their house right now.
They are a wonderful, wonderful group. So thanks to Frontier Roofing for sponsoring today's podcast. Okay, so we're talking about the real reset. And, got me thinking, we're in the middle of a vacation month pretty much.
Yes.
How are you feeling in your body today?
Not good.
Me either. Terrible. Why are we not feeling good?
Because we're on vacation.
I know.
Not paying attention to what we eat.
We're eating like teenagers right now.
Yep. Finally did physical activity this morning.
I know. It was hard.
Went for a bike ride. But yeah, I don't know. I don't feel good.
No, I don't feel great either. But we've had a good time, right?
Yes, but we've had fun.
Yeah. And, we had a vacation. This was probably like 4 years ago. We were with my family. And anytime we get together with my family, it's usually for an extended period of time.
Yeah.
Because we live all over the place. And I remember like putting on a pair of pants and just being like, ugh, these don't fit. I can tell I've gained weight. And I looked at you and I was like, babe, I was like looking for some validation.
Yeah.
And I don't remember the exact words you said, but you were like, babe, you look fine. Also, we've had a really good time and we'll get back to our rhythm.
Yeah. That was nice of me.
That was really nice of you. It really calmed me. But I think that's something that most people don't naturally go to. I mean, younger Jess would have felt that, freaked out, already been planning like, okay, come Monday, I'm going to be hitting, these numbers. I'm going to go on this meal plan. I'm not going to eat these foods. Like I would have already been coming to this place of restriction and rigidity, but you really taught me how to come out of that. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Well, thank you.
Okay, so I have watched you come back from vacations, seasons, injuries without the drama that I just described, that most women, myself included, like go to. So what do you tell yourself like in seasons exactly like this, when you're feeling gross and not good in your body? Like, how do you not go into this dramatic like need to change everything?
I just know it's not going to last forever. Like specifically the moment we're in right now, in my head, I'm like, I'm just going to enjoy this. We're on vacation. I'm going to enjoy time with friends, family. I'm going to eat things I normally don't eat. I'm just going to enjoy it because I know it's not going to last forever. Because as soon as we get back, I'm going to get back to my routine and I'll get back to the way I eat, my exercising, just kind of back in the routine of things. And it takes about a week to 2 weeks for my body to bounce back, depending on how much fun I had on vacation. But that's really not that long.
Yeah.
So knowing that I know I'm going to get back to it and I'm going to bounce back. And I don't know. It's just easy for me to comprehend whenever I put it that way in my mind.
Yeah. But you think of it from more of like a bird's eye view perspective, where I think as a highly emotional female, I think of things in the moment. And so when I'm in the moment and I feel uncomfortable in my body, like that's what I feel. And it's hard for me to think bird's eye view, which that's what you're saying. It's just think bigger perspective. Like this is a season of time. It will pass. I will get back to a new season of time. And
exactly. It's not that I don't feel those things that you feel and discuss it with myself sometimes. I'm just like, oh, I feel so gross. Why did I do that?
Yeah.
But then I don't know. I just go right back into my head. It's like, oh, it's fine. We'll go back home.
Yeah.
And I will survive.
I will survive.
It'll be fine. And then before you know it, like I said, a week or 2 weeks going to pass because it happens every single time. And then once it's done, once that week or two has passed, I'm just like, oh, okay, I feel back to normal.
Yeah.
I'm good. My body's back to where it was before I went on vacation. And in retrospect, a week or two is not a long time.
No,
it's not. I mean, emotionally, you want that instant gratification because you feel so gross and you want to get out of it. And then you start to go on. I think some people are like, oh my gosh, I got to go completely extreme. I got to go on a detox. I got to do all of this stuff. And it's not, I just don't think it's not sustainable. It's not realistic.
Yeah, you're right. A week or two is not that long in retrospect. And I think that's what we're experiencing right now because we've kind of had like a week vacation, a week back home, a week vacation. And I can definitely feel the urge to go back home, get on our routine. But then there's also this other class or this season of not feeling like you're in your body when like life throws you curveballs. So I'm thinking of when, after we had our second boy, You were home on maternity leave with
Yep.
me for like 4 weeks, and you lived
Yeah.
your
4
best
weeks.
life. We had a great time,
Yep.
but you gained quite a bit of weight.
Yep.
And
I
um,
did.
but then you bounced back, and I remember it actually being so subtle that I didn't really notice you were doing it until all of a sudden I'm like, wow, he's actually in really great shape again.
Yeah.
He's doing some different things. So talk to me a little bit about that, because I think a lot of women in particular, we have babies, we get new jobs, we go through seasons where we just like neglect our health, or we do go through a season of fun, and then that can feel really hard to come back from. So talk to me about when you did that, because that was a huge shift in your life.
Um, Gosh, I don't even remember what I was thinking at that time. I remember not feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
I remember saying, no, I'm just going to enjoy this because our son was born in July. So it was like right in the middle of summer.
Mm-hmm.
We had a pool at our house.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, wow, I am literally on summer break.
I know.
We can celebrate
As an
our
adult.
newborn. Our first born was real little too. So it's like, I'm just going to spend time at home. We're going to have a pool day every single day. We're just going to have a great time. So I remember that mindset because it was a time of celebration in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
So I just took it as a time of celebration. The time I noticed whenever it was like I went way too overboard. Specifically, remember I got back to work, and at the time I was a detective, so I was dressed in plain clothes, and I was just like walking to my desk from my car, and I hadn't put a belt on with a gun in a while because I just been home the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the belt that you wear is typically tighter so that the gun is a lot more stable on your body. And I just like felt everything hanging over my belt, which wasn't a thing. And as I was walking, I just felt not only things hanging over, but things moving as they were hanging over.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my gosh, what just happened?
Yeah.
That was a mental shift for me.
But how did you not go into like a spiral there? Because I think that's where most of us women spiral, is we're like, oh my gosh, there is a role there that I've never experienced before. And we go into this shame spiral where we're like embarrassed. How can we let ourselves get here?
I don't know. I don't think I shame myself. It was just like, oh, I got to do something about this. Like I cannot continue down this road or let this happen because this is extremely uncomfortable right now. So it was just getting back to a workout routine. That's really what it was. It was like, okay, now I got to pay attention to what I eat. And then I just got to work out every single day. That's really the shift that it made. I didn't go extreme.
Mm-mm. You did start running. Like you added something new.
Yeah, I started running because I just knew I was like, okay, what can I add that's going to be not only good for my cardiovascular health, because obviously I'm not in cardio shape anymore because I've been having a beach day every single day, but also something that's going to get me outside and something that's going to burn a lot of calories so that I can try to lose this weight. So I just started doing that every single day. And it was just getting up in the morning and going for my run and then just eating healthy breakfast and healthy throughout the day. And it was in my mind, it wasn't like, oh, I have to shut this off right now. Like I got to feel good right now. I just knew if I just do this every single day, and just have a good routine, it's eventually going to happen.
Yeah.
And so that was the mindset.
Which is
I had.
So simple.
And that's just what I did. That's all it was. It was just simple.
So simple. Not
that's
easy.
The way my brain works. So it's like very simplistic. I'm like, okay, that's what I have to do. Okay, that's what I'll do.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I did.
I know. I'm just laughing because it is so simple, but it's so not easy for brains like mine that are extreme, that get real tied up in the present moment. But I think it's been so healthy for me to watch you do that because I remember you saying, okay, I'm going to start running because I'm just out of shape. My belt doesn't fit anymore. And I was like, okay. And then you did it. And it's not like you ran every single day. I think you ran like 3 or 4 times a week.
3 or 4 times a week. Yeah.
Yeah. And every time you set little goals, it's not like you signed up to run a big marathon. No. It was just like, I'm just going to do this. And I think that's one thing I've appreciated about you is this idea of discipline. You've really taught me how to be disciplined without being rigid.
Yep.
And those are 2 totally different things.
Yeah. And that, now that you said that about the running, that's what it was. It was little goals. Because I was terrible at first when I started. I was out of shape. And running sucks. It just sucks,
Mhm.
especially when you're out of shape. It hurts.
It's not fun,
But
period.
it was for me, it was just kind of like, okay, I don't even know if I had a specific distance because our house was the base of the mountain. I think I just like
Mhm.
mapped out a path. Like I'm just going to go take this path. Um, and it was terrible. It wasn't fun. I don't remember exactly the distance it was, but I don't think I started tracking my distance probably until like a month or two into it. The reason why I saw that is going back to little goals. I specifically remember then I would break down the run into little tiny goals. So, for example, it's like the week before, it's like, man, I had to stop at this point because I was just hurting so bad. So this week, I'm not going to stop at this point. I'm going to continue past. And then if it was hurting really, really bad, well, then I would pick out a landmark that was up ahead. Um, and I don't know, it could be a street sign wherever I was in the run, but I'd pick out the landmark and I just say, okay, I just have to make it to that point.
Yeah.
And then I would make it to that point. And if I had to stop because I was feeling dizzy or nauseous or something, I would stop. And then it would just say, okay, cool, I made it to that point. Now tomorrow I'll just get it back over there.
Yeah.
And then a few days later, it's like, just go extend it a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And then once I was able to run that path, just no problem without stopping, I think then I started paying attention to actual distances. Where it was like, okay, how far was that? All right, cool. Now I'm gonna actually stretch it out to this many miles. And then once I get to that many miles, and then it's the same thing. It's like, okay, yes, I'm mapping out the amount of miles, but I'm also setting goals as I'm running.
Yeah.
That's why I fell in love with running. It's such a mental game.
Yeah.
Because it was like, if you look at the whole entire picture, it sucks to do. But if you look at one step at a time, just that landmark up ahead, next landmark up ahead, then it becomes a mental game, and then it becomes
totally
fun. So that's what I started doing, and then just with that mindset, I had a really good routine, and then I was able to like sign up for races and
you did
and got into shape really quick. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I think when I'm hearing you say this, I'm like translating it to food, because I think that same perspective is also what you've done with your food, because we're not calorie trackers.
No.
We don't weigh and measure our food. We've just never been that way. And you did the same thing with your food. And I've seen you do that in multiple seasons where it's like, you actually just kind of look at what you're doing. And instead of like getting on a strict plan or cutting out a bunch of foods, you just basically like go, okay, this is what I've been eating before. And that led to this destination. Yep. So I'm going to actually go back to some of the things I know that work and like let it ride for a while, see how it does. That's my mile marker. And then I'm going to move that mile marker.
Yeah.
And so talk to me a little bit about what you do. Like, what's your plan when we go back on next Monday? Because we're here for like another week.
Well, I don't know how many, it's been so many years since I've been doing the same essentially workout regimen. Essentially I've figured out what my body needs as far as food for me to get in the shape that I like to be in, the body composition that I like to be in. So I know exactly what that takes. The amount of food in the morning, amount of food in the afternoon, amount of food at night.
Yeah.
And what kind of workouts I need to do. So it's really just getting back into routine. That. It's not, I'm not going to change anything. I'm just going to get in my routine. But it took me years to figure that out. And it probably, could I have done it quicker if I would have been like, okay, I'm going to measure out my food in the morning so I know exactly? Probably. But would I have been able to maintain it? I don't know.
I don't feel like we operate that way.
Yeah, I don't know. So for me, it was just easier to say, well, I know how to eat healthy because of you. So I would just eat and then just listen to my body. Like after a few weeks, it's like, okay, do I feel okay? Am I as lean as I want to be based on what I'm eating? If not, then do I need to dial something back, or do I need to add a little more cardio? Yeah. What is it that I need to do? And then I just kind of played with it, listened to my body. Then now it's just when I get back, I'm like, oh, I know exactly what I need to do.
Yeah.
And in 2 weeks, I know where my body composition is going to be.
Just showing up to the day to day.
Yeah, just showing up to the day to day.
Okay, but before you knew, because you have done a lot of work, and I remember like specifically again the time after we had Ronan, our second, you did spend some time like calibrating your intake, and you were like going, okay, I'm not getting enough protein. Let me figure out how much protein do I need to eat to get my 180 grams or whatever you eat now. So like go back to that time. Like what did you do how did you set mile markers like you did with running, where you're like, okay, I'm going to try to go this far this week and see how my body responds, see if that's enough? Like, what were some of those mile markers you set?
With food.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, don't remember.
You really did just like
I
do it intuitively.
Yeah, I think it was just more than it was an intuitive thing.
Okay, which by the
That's
way,
really
I love because I think people look at you like you also have genetic predisposition to hold a lot of muscle
Mhm.
and you work really hard. So you're like this combo pizza of like being in shape. But I think people look at you and they make assumptions that you count all your calories, you track
Maybe.
everything.
Yeah.
I think I mean, people ask, like, what does he eat? Does he eat
Mhm.
really rigid? And I'm like, no, we just went on a pizza date last night, you know?
Yeah.
And so I think what I love about your journey, though, is you were very intuitive about it and you calibrated weekly. But I guess the difference is the patience. You
Mhm.
have patience like no one
Yeah.
I've ever seen. Like if women would give themselves a year instead of a week to hit their goals, I think
Yeah.
they'd be a lot more satisfied with the outcomes.
Right. Well, because I know also having patience is what actually develops true lifestyle change.
Mm, that's good.
Because that's just the reality of life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could look at finances. Would it be super awesome to be financially free all the time? Absolutely. But what does it take to actually get to that point? I mean, we haven't even gotten there. We haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're in our 40s, but it takes a long time
Yeah.
to develop good discipline, have good financial spending, just being smart with your money, that eventually you get to that point where like, oh wow, I'm actually at that place I've been wanting to go,
Yeah.
rather than just like
That's good.
trying to get it really quick, like
Well, yeah.
whatever it may be,
You
buying a
win the
lottery
lottery.
ticket or doing
Yeah.
all of these things. Like that's just kind of, it's sort of the same thing where it's like I want instant gratification. But to get that true lifestyle change, and whenever you get to that point of financial freedom, well, you have to have the discipline and the smarts to be able to maintain that. And
Yeah.
that takes time. That takes years of doing the right thing, doing the wrong thing, making mistakes, to where you eventually are like, okay, I cannot be that way with what I've been given.
Yeah.
Um, I look at it the same way with health, with
Totally.
working
Me
out.
too.
It's just it takes time. And so whenever you understand that mindset, that doesn't mean it's not easy. It doesn't mean you're gonna go through those emotional times where you're just like feel disgusting. You want that instant gratification. Like that's
Totally.
we're all human. You're
Yeah.
gonna go through that time. But it's just getting back to, okay, what is reality?
Yeah. Yeah.
And now I need to focus on that.
Well, and I think you bring up the concept of grace because you're talking about implementing discipline with this understanding that like it does work out eventually. Like
Mm-hmm.
I will get there. I can't spend time beating myself up. Like I just need to show up and do the thing. And that's the balance of like grit and grace, discipline and flexibility. And I think those two have to go hand in hand. Otherwise, you're just being rigid and extreme
Yep.
and it's not going to last.
It's not going to last.
No.
No.
Okay, so I love that we've done this episode because it is the first in the real reset. And this whole conversation is about resetting, but without feeling like you need to go crazy or up into your life. And, I think anybody who's looking to reset their health, it can feel really overwhelming. So we've talked a lot about a lot of different things, but what would you recommend to somebody who is wanting to reset, but they're just like feeling so overwhelmed by how much ground is in front of them and how much they're actually going to have to change? I think of it kind of like if you're in a house and the house is a disaster inside and you really need to clean it up because you want to sell it.
Yeah.
It's like, how do you even get started?
I think ultimately it's just one foot in front of the other. It's small steps. Like, yes, you want to make a change, but you can't make all the changes at one time. You can't do it. So just do a little.
Really? I want to.
Yeah, I know. I understand, because we want that instant gratification. We want that satisfaction right now. So if you're wanting to get in shape and you just feel so overwhelmed, just start with something simple. I don't know, if you never exercise, just go for a walk. Start with something simple. Don't worry about distance. Just worry about, okay, this is the loop I'm going to take. Where did it get hard? Okay, cool. So next week I'm going to get past that hard point, set my next goal. Like I was talking about running, and then the same thing with food. Like just change one thing. Change one thing. If you like to drink sodas, change to a Coke Zero.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you don't want to give up that nice crisp flavor, of a soda, which I understand, just change to a Coke Zero. or stop drinking Cokes altogether. It's just up to you, but it doesn't mean that you have to, okay, I'm going to stop drinking sodas. Now I'm going to count my macros. Now I'm going to eat this much protein. Now I'm going to have salads every single lunch. Now I'm going to meal prep. Like that's just way too overwhelming. It's just got to be a little bit. And then you do have to give yourself grace, but then at some point you got to say, okay, how is my body feeling?
Yeah.
Am I seeing change? Am I not? Okay, if I'm not seeing change, then what else do I need to change? Change one more thing out of your diet.
Yeah.
Or maybe I shouldn't just walk. Maybe now I should try to run.
I can level it up a little bit.
I can level it up just a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and so you just gotta play with it. And then you don't need to feel overwhelmed. It's just one step at a time. That's
or you could hire someone to help you.
Or you can hire someone. Yeah, we might know somebody.
Do you know anyone?
Maybe.
I know someone who's helped you.
That's true. That's true. But don't feel like you have to do everything at once. Like that's too overwhelming.
No, and you've been great with this because I do think, you know, when it comes to food and body image, because I do this for a living, like that is something I've mastered with your help, with just my faith journey. I mean, that's a whole nother story. But what's interesting is like that brain pattern of like wanting to be extreme and getting overwhelmed. That's a brain pattern I still struggle with. And you've seen me struggle with that with work. I mean, I launched off into my own completely. I think I'm coming up on 2 years, just about 2 years. And I still have those moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, it's not where I want it to be. There's so much I have to do. I'm totally overwhelmed. And you like say the same thing that you just said about health, but to me about business. And what I love about that is like, it's more of it's a characteristic, right? It's an invitation to develop your character. And in this setting, we talk about it in health and food and fitness, but really it's a character trait that you're developing, which bleeds over into everything. Yeah. And I find that like when I'm working on business or I'm working on our financial stuff or working on family, it's like the same conversation. It's like, okay, just look at what we have to do. Be curious about what's working, what's not working. Don't get stuck in the shame spiral. And then if you do get stuck, like hire someone to help you who has the tools. Like that's why I hire business coaches. We have an accountant, you know, that's why we like recommend talking to health professionals, but it's just looking at the big picture. It's those bite-sized goals. I love it. Well, that's what we're going to be talking about for this real reset is all of these bite-sized goals and how we can actually start to inch towards them. And I'm so excited because in the weeks to come, we have some really great episodes. We have some more fun interviews, and it's just going to be a really great time. Make sure you save your seat for September 2nd when we are doing the Real Reset Live Masterclass. We're going to be there together. You guys can ask questions. We've got tons of tools, prizes, and giveaways for you guys. You can snag those pieces of information in the show notes. Babe, thank you so much for being here today. I love you.
You're welcome. Love you too.
All right. We're going to go eat some more fun foods today.
Yep.
And then we'll reset in a few weeks.
Yeah,
we're going to tolerate the discomfort right now though, huh?
Yep.
All right. Love you.
All right. Love you too.
Oh, I'm so glad you stayed here today, my friend. Don't forget, take at least one thing from today's episode and let's put it into action. One thing done over the next 7 days does far more than trying to grab about 1 million things and put them into practice all at once. That is where this real reset starts to take root. Don't forget, save your seat in our live masterclass on September 2nd. You can find the details in the show notes. All right, friend, I will see you next Monday. Until then, cheers and happy eating.